Hello everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Standard News Network.
We're your hosts, I'm Yasmin Rivera.
And I'm Inez Stevenson. The Gender Equality in Action Club hosted speaker Beth Davies on Wednesday to discuss misogyny and incel culture in professional environments.
We spoke to safeguarding lead Richard Harold about Davies' presentation.
So I think we've all been aware for some time that misogyny is one of those undercurrents that is present in society and in education at large. Although gender is something that we all think about all the time, we are probably missing quite a lot of opportunities to positively address where women in society could be supported better. And I think occasionally you get these flashpoints in history, and the tragic murder of Sarah Everard would have been one of them, where people realise, you know what, we can't just sit back and pretend nothing's happening. And Beth's research was, I think, given a new impetus by events like that. So when I'm sitting there as a member of the safeguarding community, listening to somebody talking with facts and figures, with hard data to say misogyny is a real and present problem in society and therefore in schools, and we have data to back that up, and there is such a thing as this incel subculture that's going on and is perhaps not reflected in schools to a worrying degree at the moment, but the potential is always there. And then you combine that with our duty of care under things like the Prevent Act in the case of the UK, then we have no excuse not to take action. When I had the opportunity from Mr. Horvat to say, yeah, okay, let's try and put some practical training behind some of these emergent themes. A lot of them are sort of, the isms, feminism, racism, and how do we make that of practical use in schools? Beth was the first person I reached out for.
This weekend, students in 10th grade took an SAT/ACT diagnostic assessment at home.
We spoke to 10th grade Dean Rodney Yo about the benefits of taking the test.
The benefits of it is simply you know whether you should take the SAT test or the ACT test. And so in that case, then you'll be much more prepared for either of those two tests. From my perspective, I think you'll feel less pressure. You're in a much more comfortable environment. Yeah, so then the answers that you're providing better indicates whether you're taking the SAT test versus the ACT test.
Thank you all.
Moving on to sports, all scheduled tennis, baseball, and softball games were canceled on Wednesday.
Let's hear from our sports correspondents for more information.
Thank you, Yasmin and Inez. My name is Colton Stenson.
And my name is Adrian Caradiaz, and we are your sports correspondents.
On Wednesday, April 10th, all tennis, baseball, and softball teams are scheduled to play against TASIS.
However, all of these games were cancelled due to unforeseen weather conditions. We also heard from senior baseball player Nathaniel Seminara.
Last year, we had similar problems at the start of the season with the weather, but I think we're more than capable as a team to push through it, and yeah, I think we're in a great position.
That's all for sports this week. Now, back to the host.
Thank you, Adrian and Colton.
That's all for SNN this week.
I'm Yasmin Rivera.
And Inez Stevenson.
Reporting.